You're now listening to the Breaking Dads Podcast. Enjoy.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Breaking Dads Podcast. I am your host. My name is Woody, and this is episode 3, Tres, the Breaking Dads Podcast. I want to thank you all for listening right now. I want to thank everyone who listened the first 2 weeks, the first 2 episodes. I want to thank you so much. It got received way better than I could ever expected. You guys were amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who subscribed on Apple Podcast app. Thank you everyone who subscribed on YouTube as well. Thank you so much. I'm still working out these video kinks. I know I say this every week. It's the 3rd time now, but I truly am working on it. And I'm still working on Google Play as well, trying to get that up there for you Android users. But in the meantime, we have it up there on YouTube for you guys. Please subscribe. You could write any suggestions, any comments, concerns in the comments section. Same thing on Facebook, the Breaking Dads Podcast on Facebook, and the Breaking Dads PC on Twitter. I want to thank everybody. This is my thank you time. I want to thank everybody who sent me messages, sent a DM with your feedback, criticism, the topics you want to hear. You guys make this show go by so much smoother, and each and every week I'm going to try and get better. So like they said, I'm going to work on my ums. I'm going to try and slow it down and make sure that you guys can understand me. I talk fast. I'm from Jersey. I'm sorry. But I'm going to try and slow down and make sure you guys can hear everything I'm trying to say and get my complete thoughts out. Got a lot going on up here. I'm sorry, y'all. But yes, I want to thank you all for going ahead and giving me all that. Continue to do it. Continue to feed me. Help me make this podcast better and better. And I feel like I'm on that way. I'm getting better and better every week. So you stick with me, and this thing will grow. I'm going to work on my guests. I was supposed to have a guest this week, but scheduling-wise, it didn't work out. I wanted to get my boy Mason on here to talk about these couple of these albums that came out this June. But I'm going to touch on that subject a little bit later on in the show. So, yeah, this is a good time. Let's go ahead. Let's start the show. All right, so let's go ahead and tackle this elephant in the room. We all know what weekend it was. Let's give a shout out real quick. Come on, where's my air horn? Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's hit my air horn one more time. All right, happy Father's Day to each and every one of you Breaking Dads out there. Appreciate each and every one of y'all and what we do out here for these kids. So this weekend, this was our weekend. This was we're going to just claim the whole weekend because that's sure enough what I did this year. So happy Father's Day to each and every one of y'all. I know this is coming out on a Monday. I'm busy, as I just said. I tried to record on Saturday. I actually did do an episode Saturday morning, but life happened. Jay-Z and Beyonce went and dropped this album, and a couple other things popped up. I was able to, get up, work out, and record the podcast before everybody woke up. And it was actually really good. I feel like that's a really good time to come out with one, but, some things popped up, so I'm recording on a Monday just to let y'all in on, pre-production. And as you hear, I got my soundboard up, so I guess it was a good delay. It was a good delay. But anyway, I will say that this weekend I went ahead and had a barbecue. That's what we call it where I'm from anyway. I want to say up north, but I know some people are different. We call it a barbecue. Had a cookout. Saturday, I invited a couple homies over, a couple of co-workers. They, brought their significant others. It was fathers and soon-to-be fathers. So some kids were out there along with my kids, and we grilled on it. Well, I grilled on the grill. I keep wanting to say I cooked out on the grill, but I'm trying to fix it. Sorry. But anyway, we had some music playing, had some food, had a good old time, got in the pool, throw around the football like we do. And it was a lot of fun. It was lots and lots of fun. For those who were invited and missed out, do better. I may have another one this summer. I don't know. But I will be going to the pool a lot more. Man, that was a heck of a workout. Which goes ahead and kind of takes me to the first topic, which I know I talked about it on episode 1, but this kind of lets you know how important it is to me. I know I talked about avoiding the dad bod, right? But this is an idea I had. Stick with me here. Think about doing a 30-day challenge with you guys. I want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and do a 30-day challenge, a Breaking Dad's 30-day fitness challenge. So I'm going to get up with a couple of the personal trainer friends that I have, maybe ask a couple of the ones at the gym I go to, see if I can come, put together a nice little regimen that'll be good for the month of July, which is my birthday month. Summer's already here, so we're not going to get a summer bod. But, this is just for general wellness. And, as I said before, we just want to sit here and be in better shape, just be able to enjoy our kids longer. Like I said, like my grandmother, God rest her soul, and like I said, episode 2, the silver lining I was able to find, and thank you. First off, thank you to everybody who gave me condolences and well wishes and prayers, because man, did I need them. And I still need them. I'm not through it, but I'm getting through it. And the silver lining that I'm holding on to is that she was 91 years old, and I hope and pray to reach that. And one of the ways I can make sure I do that is by taking care of myself. So I say all that to say, I'm going to go ahead and try that. My inspiration was me having to take this shirt off at the pool and not being what I used to be. But the pool was a lot of fun. The cookout was a lot of fun. So I'm thinking about doing that 30-day challenge. Keep your eye open for that. When I come up with it, I'll post it on the Facebook page, the Breaking Dads Podcast on Facebook, and on Twitter, the Breaking Dads PC. And I'll keep posting it. Let me know who wants to do it, what you think, what I can add, take away, stuff like that. I'll take feedback into it until July. Oh, I almost knocked over my desk. Until July, and then we're gonna go ahead and do it. So, yes, like I said, last little knock over the head was, going to this pool, and it was a lot of fun. The cookout was so much fun. I manned the grill. I was on the grill, and summertime, you're supposed to have the fellas, you man of the house, you're supposed to be the one in charge of the grill. You're supposed to be on there flipping the patties. I think my dad back in the day, he was the man on the grill. I remember seeing my Uncle Mike sometimes. I don't think I ever saw my Uncle Guy on the grill, but I know my Uncle Mike and my dad. So this time it was me. It was my go. I'm on there. And sad to report, guys, I burned 3 burgers. Sorry, I burnt 3 burgers, man. I will cop some pleas for myself, though. Hold on. I will defend myself a little bit. The setup of the pool it's not our normal setup. With the pool that we normally go to is right by our house, and there's 2 of them on the complex, and one is closer to us, and that's the one we normally go to, and that setup's a little bit more condensed, so we could have been where we were at and still been close to the grill. This one, the grill was on the whole of like the opposite corner. Like we were at the top right, the grill's at the bottom left of the pool. So this is the please I will cop. So we had the wonky setup, a propane grill, which I do charcoal, but propane grill, and then the hood of it, when the damn screws came out. Don't get me wrong, it's not rinky dink. It was a nice, stone base, marble counter, nice grill. Someone just knocked the screw out of it. That's all. And the public gets to use it, so people gonna be all rough with it. But so the screw was loose so it was hard to get it open and closed. So I wasn't trying to get in and out of there, check on it too much. And also I was on the other side. That's where everybody else was. Normally you get there, you got the music playing. If you're feeling, a little fancy, I'm doing a 2-step, by the way, but right now, you feel a little fancy, you might do like Cedric did on Barbershop and had a little kiddie pool on you, keep you cool. But you have your drink in your hand, but it was hot, the sun was beating, and the person who used it before me, this savage, this vile person, used it before me and didn't use any foil. He didn't use any foil, so all his grease fell into the damn grill. So when I first cut it on, for the first 10-20 minutes, that thing was just pumping out smoke. So you couldn't even tell if your stuff was burning. So all that contributed to me doing the big faux pas of burning food. So we lost 3 burgers, and that was okay. No, I did more. Sorry. I was just gonna say that was it, but then I also burnt the chicken. I'm sorry. I know. I'm making myself sound terrible right now, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. I burnt the chicken. I was chilling on the other side of the pool, with everybody else at where we had our food and the kids and everything set up once we got out the pool. And then we went ahead and did the chicken. And I'm running my mouth, and a couple guys went over by the grill, but it's not their responsibility to check it. But I was being lazy. I figured, oh, yeah, they checked it because they asked me about the chicken. So I thought, they must have checked it and flipped them maybe because they was over there, but they didn't. So the chicken burnt on one side. So I burnt the chicken. I burnt 3 burgers. But 3 out of 25 ain't bad. I only burnt 3 burgers. And all the hot dogs were phenomenal. Excuse me. Trust me, I've seen people mess up hot dogs before. But so the food was good. Had some good drinks. Had a good time with the folks. But that's a no-no to me. I mean, if anybody's got any any failures on the grill, let me know. Share them with me. So let me know I'm not alone here because I'm hurting on that. I'm hurting. But all in all, it was still a good time. So once again, shout outs to everybody that was there. I got to do something fun with the kids. Callie and Maya, they normally, for the first 2 years, I've been putting them in the little seats that you put the kids in the pool, little inflatable seats. Like last year they had flamingo. They were shaped like flamingos. And I had them in there. But this year, they're 3 years old. They're potty training. They're, developing leaps and bounds. I said, you know what? Nah. While we were in Walmart, I think, looking for the supplies, I saw these kind of water. It looks like a life vest for kids, but it comes with the little water wings attached to it, little round things that go on the arms. So I had that, and then it's like another band of almost like a flotation device, life vest. I don't know why that was escaping me. Like a life vest around their chest. So we gave them that, and man, oh man, did they already always loved the water. I thought they'd be a little bit nervous with me letting go of them, but nope. They were, it's keeping me up. They were kicking their legs, trying to get it. So they had a ball. They're little guppies, man. They was ready to swim. So they had tons of fun with those things. And I was nervous at first, but once I said I was keeping my babies up, fine. So they ran over to the steps, and they're jumping into the water. And their heads going underneath a couple times. They didn't freak out. A couple times they opened their mouths, but once, explained to them, don't open your mouth, don't swallow the water, spit it out. They got it. And they were good to go. And they had a ball. They got to the steps, kept jumping off, jumping into the pool. They had tons of fun. But what I really want to do, and let me know, those of you who have done it, let me know. I'm thinking about putting them into swim classes. Because I'm not the strongest of swimmers. I can swim. I'm not the strongest above water. And that goes, once again, to got to get my wind up, got to take care of myself a little bit better. And it was a heck of a workout, even the little laps that I did. And I did side to side. I didn't do full length. So I'm going to definitely do that some more this summer. But I'm thinking about putting them into swim classes. Let me know your experiences with them. If you know anybody, my Raleigh listeners, if you know any in the Raleigh area, let me know. I'm really interested in putting them into swim classes. They seem to really enjoy it. And anything that brings them joy like that, I want to try and, get them into classes, get them as good as possible at it because, you never know what that might turn into. So I'm definitely going to give that a try. And just let me know what y'all had, y'all experiences like with swim classes. The, ups and downs of it, the pros and cons, so I could weigh it out. So summertime's upon us. And I'm really excited. Really excited for the summertime. I'm a summer baby myself. July 30th, Leo gang, what's up? Shout out to all my Leos out there. Love summertime. The one thing I am noticing, and for a lot of parents, I think one of my sisters included, my niece, Michaela, shout out to Michaela, just graduated from pre-K. And how do your parents feel about your kids coming home? I think I put a poll up, and I think the vote was split. Put a poll up about how your parents feel with summer, when summer hits. Are you happy your kids are back and you have them with them? Have them back with you full time if they're not in any summer camps? Or are you sad by it? Are you sad that, your break from your children is now gone? And, the hours they're away at school and any kind of extra activities after school, they're now in your face 24/7. So let me know. I know back in the day we used to have summer camps. I remember in Washington School, in Roselle, New Jersey. Shout out to Roselle 908. That's the hometown, home base forever. Washington Elementary used to have these I want to say they're summer camps. I don't really know what they were because we weren't enrolled in it. We would just walk over there and go. We were right there on Robin Street. Shout out to Robin Street, full 65. We used to just walk over the bridge and go to Washington School, and they used to have, all the games out there. Kids were out there playing. I remember they used to do the strings, the little, I don't know whether they're nylon, what they were, but they had the little strings. The girls used to do like the Cobra and the box with them. My sisters used to do that. They had the knock hockey tables. I used to love playing knock hockey. Oh, man, that game was so fun. Damn, I'm going down memory road right now, getting nostalgic as hell. But, yeah, I remember those, so I hope they still have them. I don't know. But parents, let me know what y'all think, what that's, like for y'all, because they're in my face 24/7 anyway. They haven't been to pre-K yet. They're going to this year. So let me know how y'all feel about that. I want to know. That's really interesting dynamic that I just thought about. It's something that crossed my mind, and I'm just like, wonder what y'all think. So let me know what y'all think about summertime. So transitioning on, summertime. Excuse me, drop my phone. Summertime. I'm going to talk a little sports here. I'm sorry if y'all not into it like that, but summertime, July 1st, we got a big thing coming up. Not just the Breaking Dad's fitness challenge, 30-day fitness challenge, but summer LeBron is upon us. We have LeBron James. He can opt out his contract and become a free agent July 1st, which everyone fully expects him to do. It's the better business move. Let me go ahead and drink a little water. Sorry, excuse me. Bear with me, sorry. But he can opt out of his contract and become a free agent, and everyone's wondering where he'll go. If he'll go to L.A., if he'll go to Boston, if he'll go to San Antonio. Well, now we heard Kawhi Leonard might want to trade, so who knows. But me personally, I think that a part of the dynamic that's either being understated or overlooked is family. And see, I'm gonna tie all this in. See, for me, one of the things I enjoy the most about LeBron James and why he's one of my favorite athletes of all time is you look at him off the court. I'm not trying to call this man out, but you look at Carmelo Anthony. He's had troubles in his marriage or whatever. Dwayne Wade as well. His buddies. These are his buddies. These guys around him. We don't hear nothing about Chris Paul, or at least I haven't. But LeBron's been with his high school sweetheart. You don't hear about no drama, nothing off court within their relationship. Him on the road doing whatever. You don't hear none of that. And you see from what the snippets, the bits we see and everything, that he is a phenomenal father. And someone that, this is another topic with, letting famous people and athletes be your kids' role models. But if you did want somebody to be your child's role model, LeBron James would absolutely be that individual. Especially if you have a young man. You would want LeBron to be that individual because, he's about his business. He takes care of his family. He takes care of his kids. Look at his friends around him. He helped put his friends, and they helped him, and he helped them. So put each other in super successful situations. So he changed everyone around him's life for the better. So those are all things that I admire, and I feel like is a really, really good thing. So I say all that to say I feel like family will be a huge factor in where he stays and where he goes, if he stays or where he goes. And that's why I feel like he might stay in Cleveland. Dude, they have a lot of things they need to do to improve that team, because that roster he took to the finals is not going not going to get the job done. But they're going to have to find a way. I feel like he's going to want to stay. He's got a son going into high school. That is big. And his son enjoys to play basketball and is really good at it. So he's going to want his son, maybe he wants his son to go to St. Vincent St. Mary's. I think they have a good program there, and they can get kids there going there because that's LeBron James' alma mater. I think he's got the gym named after him. I'm pretty sure he supplies the uniforms and everything. I'm sure they have top of the line things there. He might want his son to go there. He might want his son to go somewhere in Ohio. They might want to stay home. We know that the wife is from Savannah. She is from Akron. She's an Akron girl. And, obviously that's where they met. They were high school sweethearts. And that's where her family is. When they moved to Miami, she had to, they had to move some family members there. And I knew that was part of what they said. Sorry, I don't know these things. They said that was part of what she was a big factor to him coming back to Cleveland. Was her to be home. So I feel like that's going to be big. Happy wife, happy life. We heard that saying before. And his son as well. I mean, his oldest, that's his junior. That's LeBron James Jr. So he's going into high school. So where he ends up playing ball, he doesn't, he might not want to send the kid to, who knows if there's a powerhouse in Boston? Who knows if there's a powerhouse? Well, I'm sure there's powerhouses in L.A., it's L.A. But who knows if they want to go out there? I know everyone's saying they have the 2 houses in Brentwood, but it's rich people stuff. They have multiple houses. I think he still has the house in Miami. Doesn't mean he's going to go back to Miami. I believe they said he has 2. He had the one that he originally had. Then he built another mansion, a bigger one. Rich people stuff, I know. In Brentwood. And he still has a second one just because it's probably smart to do so. It's a seller's market. Let that price go up and then sell it for bigger bucks than what you spent on it. But, yeah, so I don't think he's going to L.A. I don't think he's going to San Antonio. I think Kawhi's leaving. I don't think he's going to Boston. I can't. Then again, I didn't see Kyrie going to Boston, but I really don't see LeBron going to Boston. So I don't see him going to OKC like some people say. I mean, LA does have the money. They have the opportunity to pay him the max. They have 2 max contracts. And if LeBron decided to take under the max, which he did say he would never do, but, you never say never for those reasons, they can get 2 other max players and him. And if they're able to keep, some of those young pieces, they got something there. But we don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's my prediction. Let me know what y'all think LeBron's going to do. I think LeBron's staying at the crib. I think he's going to stay in Cleveland. And Cleveland's just going to find a way to get rid of those pieces that ain't worth a damn. And they will roast me on the court, don't get me wrong, but they ain't worth a damn in the NBA. And I think they'll build a better team around him. So let's see. Summer LeBron is fastly approaching. I'll leave it there. I'm not going to get too much deeper into it because, just going to see what the summer LeBron has in store for us. And speaking of the summer, once again, now the summertime, I want to say this episode might be named Summertime. Honestly, this month so far, I want to say it started the last week of May, has been huge for hip hop. So this has been the summer of hip hop as well. We had one heck of a run. This is a great time to be a fan of the culture, fan of the music, because we've been getting albums after albums after albums of good quality music. Or so I can say for the ones I've heard anyway. Starting in May 25th, that Friday, we got Pusha T's album. Good album. I enjoyed it. 7 songs long. And out of it, obviously, we got the little tiff between him and Drake for that week. So, or for those couple of days. We waited that weekend, and then I want to say by Wednesday it was over. But, so it was great. It was a good album. I enjoyed it. 7 songs long. Daytona. Good music. And no pun intended. So then the following Friday, which kind of brings me to what I was saying before. Kanye West dropped his album. I have not listened to it. I've been on a personal binge. Not binge. That's not the word I'm looking for. Cleanse? I don't know. But I don't want to say it's a protest or full-on boycott. But I'm just not listening to his new music. I'm not listening to it. I'm not giving Kanye any of my energy or my time. I'm only covering this because it's, that's part of the problem with Kanye is that he's so big, so influential in hip-hop that you can't not mention him, especially when he's dropping music. But I haven't listened to it, and I'm not going to listen to it until I don't think I'm going to listen to it at all, but maybe if I feel like enough time has passed, maybe I'll feel better, or I don't know. But anyway, I'm not listening to it. So I skipped that one, and then the following week, so that was June 1st. June 8th, we got Cudi and Kanye. Still didn't listen to it. Didn't listen to that one either. Same reasons. Not doing it. My boy Mason was trying to convince me, and that's why I kind of wanted to have him on to see if he could convince me. and I was gonna go in with open mind and actually give him a chance. I wasn't just gonna, shut him down and be stubborn. I was gonna give him go at it with open mind and see if he can change my mind. So hopefully maybe he could do that next week if you guys still want to hear that. So I did not listen to, was it Kids See Ghosts? I didn't listen to it. But so the 15th, we got Nas's album, Nasir. Yes. I'm not even a Nas guy, but I really enjoyed it. Once again, 7 songs. That's what they've been doing. And we got 7 songs from Nas. I enjoyed them. Grown-up rap, grown-up bars, positive messages. I think one song I didn't like, I didn't really care for, and I gave it multiple listens now. First time I recorded this podcast, it was off the first listen. I listened to it in the gym and then came home and then gave a review. But after continuing to listen to it, as there was a song I don't like, I can't remember off the top of my head because I don't really look at the name of the songs. I just let it play since it's only 7 songs. But yeah, I really did enjoy the album though. I did enjoy the messages. I want to say it's the kids got shot by the cops or something like that. That song I didn't really care for. Love that Diddy was on the album. Even the song with Kanye, which I listened to, was a good one. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I just enjoyed it. I mean, I feel like this would be Nas's time. This is what he rapped about a lot, about black excellence, about pro-black everything. So this would be his time to, to drop music, and he did it well. The knock on Nas a lot has been, he has bars, but his beats just aren't that good. And he went and got a super producer to produce his album, and voila, we got great music. So this takes us to what we have next. So I'm going to go through, and then we'll talk about the surprise we got. So this next Friday, the 22nd, we're supposed to be getting Teyana Taylor's album, and I'm excited for that. I'm a big R&B guy, huge R&B guy, and I was a very big fan of Seven, which was her last album, and I enjoy her music. I really enjoy her music. I enjoy her brand of R&B, so I'm really excited to see what she does with her 7 songs. I'm really, really excited. And then the following Friday, we're supposed to get the guy, the boy, Drizzy Drake. He's supposed to be dropping his album Scorpion on the 29th. So that's the lineup we had. And then in the midst of all that, I want to say, what was it, the 17th? I might have been on Father's Day or the day before. We got Jay-Z and Beyonce. Just out of nowhere. Completely out of nowhere. Like an RKO. They dropped The Carters. Everything is Love. Sorry. It was called The Carters. And and it was called Everything. Is that what the name of it is? I should double check this. I want to say it's called Everything is Love by The Carters. Yes. And this one, let me pull it up here. I went ahead and downloaded a title just for it. 9 songs long. So a little bit longer than what Kanye's been doing. And I enjoyed, I want to say, just about every song but 713. Yes, but that is a talented couple, obviously. We all know Jay-Z, for me, is number 1. So we got, the number 1 rap artist. And for a lot of people, Beyonce is number 1 in R&B or pop or whatever you want to, or just Beyonce, whatever you want to categorize her as. She's number 1 for a lot of people. So these are 2 powerhouses. So even if you don't feel like she's number 1, you can give her a top 5. So same thing about Jay. If you don't like Jay, you don't think he's number 1, fine. But you can't say he's not in the top 5. So at worst, we have 2 of the top 5 together, married couple. And they got into some of their personal business in more ways than they did in 441 and Lemonade individually. They got more into their personal business. They, let Trump know how they felt about him. They hit on a lot of subjects, a lot of things we wanted to hear from them. Some things we didn't want to hear from them. And it was all sonically pleasing. And that was the beauty of it. Great production as always. Beyonce's full vocals were amazing. And Jay-Z is continuing to age like wine as when it comes to his raps. Like he's really aging well in hip hop, which is crazy to believe. I think I looked up his age the other day and I couldn't believe he was way up there. But I remember he started late. It wasn't like he was one of these guys that started at 18, 19 years old. So, yes, the Carters. Thank you for more excellent music this summer. I'm putting a playlist this summer together for your cookout or whatever you might be doing. It's going to be so easy because you're going to have so much to pick for. Like, yes, I think good music's dropping a total of what? Is it 4 albums, 7 apiece? So what is that, 28? Is it 5 albums or 4 albums? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 from good music alone. But if you want to, count Nas and say 35, you got 35 from them alone. Who knows how many Drake is going to drop? And then we had 9 from the Carters. So, yeah. And that's not even counting the other albums that have dropped that were gems, like Neo's album. Oh, I should probably get the name of it. What's the name of Neo's album? Good Man. Neo's album, Good Man. Another, if you like R&B, if you're into R&B, Neo's back. Neo left that, what is it, EDM music? He left that alone. He came back to us on the R&B side, and he put out some fire. I know this is a little bit while ago, but my man Ty Dolla $ign, sorry, complete brain freeze right there. Ty Dolla $ign dropped Beach House 3. That's another collection of music that's really, really good. Oh, I can delete Tidal now because the Carters is now on iTunes. Okay, so I can let go of Tidal. Who else dropped? Jacquees dropped his album, 4275. Another really good album. I recommend y'all listen to that as well. Who else? I think there's another one, but I can't think off the top of my head right now. But a lot of good music came out right now. So it's a very good time to be a fan. Go out and listen to those projects. Like I said, I'm probably not going to listen to any Kanye music. Probably not this summer. I don't know. I highly doubt it. But we'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. This is going to be the end of episode 3 of the Breaking Dads podcast. I want to say that I'm going to continue to try and do better, guys. I'm going to continue to grow this podcast. Like I said, I was going to have my guest on, but I'm going to try and get it for next episode. Next episode will be a lot sooner. I'm going to drop 2 this week, this one and another one later on this week, probably around Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to try the Wednesday-Thursday schedule this time around. I'm going to try Monday, see what it's like to come off the weekend. If anything happens the weekend, then I could talk about it then. So this is going to be my Monday trial. Then I'm going to try Wednesday, Thursday. But then I'm going to get a set date for you guys. So it will be a set date for when these episodes drop. So you'll be able to know. And, I know for podcasts, for me anyway, I like to listen to them, if I'm doing something, if I'm like working on something with my hands and I just want, something to help the time go by, I listen to podcasts. If I'm in the car, in traffic, on my commute to work or anything like that, listen to podcasts. So I know for a podcast, it's intimate. It's that person's voice, in your ears. If you listen to it with the headphones on, it's direct in your ears. You don't got a beat or melody or singer or anything in the background to try and really distract you. It's just you and that person. So that's why I'm just so appreciative of you guys and that, because I know what podcasts mean to me. And I just hope that my podcast, if you already have like a bunch already, that mine could be in there with you guys. So I try to make sure that I do what y'all like, what y'all enjoy, but give y'all my fresh opinions and outlook on it as well. So I make sure the podcast is still mine now, but I definitely am a man of the people. So as I always say, go ahead, subscribe. Hit us up, Breaking Dads Podcast, Breaking Dads PC on Twitter. And there's this thing I'm going to try here. At the end of every episode, I'm going to try and leave you guys with a quote. I'm going to try and find a quote every week. I normally find a lot of quotes and I have a lot of quotes in my phone, but I want to give you guys fresh ones. So this one I just found yesterday. And so at every end of every episode, I'm going to give you a quote of the episode. It may not go directly with what we were talking about, but it's just something that I like that I'm going to share with you guys. So this week's quote of the episode will be, "The distance between your dreams and reality is called action." And I think that kind of goes into what I was saying about, wanting to, be more fit, be more in shape. So I feel like, once again, it's the distance between dreams and reality is called action. So if you want something, go get it. That's how you make your dreams become reality. you got to do some action. You can't just, not to get religious on you guys, but you just can't pray for something and just sit in a chair and think that it's just going to pop into your lap. You got to put in the work as well. So, you can dream, you have your dreams, you have things you want to chase. One of my goals was to do this podcast. And if I just said, I'm just going to sit around and wait for it and didn't really put in the work and put in the, the time and effort, a lot of effort that it took to get this podcast off the ground, I wouldn't have it. And I wouldn't have this thing that I'm enjoying so much. And I wouldn't have this bit of joy that I'm getting from doing this. And so, once again, the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. Get the action, y'all. Appreciate each and every one of y'all for listening. This is the Breaking Dads Podcast. I'm out.